Hi everyone, my name is Kolapo and welcome back to my channel. I also want to wish you a happy new year and I want to thank you for engaging my videos last year. You guys who sent out your comments, you shared my video. I want to say thank you and I hope that I'm gonna be more consistent this year than last year and put out more videos. We can continue the conversation. So today I want to talk about why I make my videos, the reason why more I talk more about religious topics, and I'm going to clear that up today. And the reason is just because of the sad situation of our country, Nigeria. At the moment, our country is not governed properly, and we are lacking in great leaders. And when you lack in great leaders as a nation, you have to think about what is really happening. Is this a people problem? Do we have to have a shift in our mindset? For instance, the reason why our leaders are bad is because they only think about themselves. It's because it's not like they don't see development in other part of the world, but because they are just insensitive to the plight of others, right? They only think about themselves and their family. So this is a kind of a culture in our leaders. Now, I can see that same mindset with the followers, right? And that's why most of the time it's difficult by the followers to challenge the leaders because most of the followers are actually waiting to become the leaders and be in a situation to, to do the same thing the leaders are doing right now, especially the elites, the middle class. If you have the majority of the middle class who have the same mindset as the leaders, who are the ones who are supposed to, you know, be at the forefront of challenging the leaders. If they have the same mindset, then the country is going nowhere. And so this is how I connect it with religion. I feel like it's a kind of culture within Nigerian settings whereby people think about themselves more and they are not thinking about community success. They don't care if other people make it. Once they make it, once their family make it, they are successful, they leave others behind. They don't care about others, right? This culture, I feel like it's rooted in religion because I think about what affects mostly our culture. You know, once you are looking at the root cause of a problem, you have to think back, why do we think like this? Why do we have this kind of mindset? What has a massive imprint on our culture? That's religion. It has shaped our belief about life. You know, there's a way it has shaped us to only think about ourselves, and our family. It's even in the Bible, for instance, it says that 10,000 shall fall on your right side, millions shall fall on the other side, but it shall not hurt you. When you hear statements like that, why are we happy to gravitate towards statements like that as religious people? Why do religious people, why do they make examples of that to say that that's the proof of their God? Why can't God be happy to raise everyone, to find a way to, save everyone from an accident, for example? An example is the Los Angeles, the fire happening in America right now, whereby there's a picture Christians are posting to prove the evidence of God or the evidence of his favor towards a person whose house did not get burnt and the neighbors, the houses surrounding that person got burnt, right? So they shared that picture as an evidence and they're happy sharing it. You know, they're happy sharing that a lot of people lose their properties and just one person property was saved, and they're happy. You know, there's that insensitivity towards others, and it's rooted in religion. And that's why when I'm talking about why I'm making my videos, this is how I connect it. I feel like we are indoctrinating the next Nigerians, and I'm sad about that. And if we want to see a better Nigeria, I feel like we have to see a less religious generation. So that's why I will continue to make my videos, to knock off religion, because it's obvious that it has shaped our belief and turned us to humans who only think about ourselves and lack sensitivity towards other people's plight. I'll give an example. You know, an example, another example is to think about what's happening in our churches. We've had situation of pastors who committed one crime or the other, one atrocity or the other. For example, a pastor who raped one of his members. But right now, people are still attending those churches. They are still attending his churches, right? It's church. Why? Because they feel like since it doesn't happen to me, since I'm not the victim, it doesn't matter. They don't care. And that's the mentality that we have to drop for Nigeria to be better. You have to think about the mentality of community success, right? So if you cannot, like the example I cited just now, they are not holding that pastor accountable just because it didn't happen to them. You know, they can give that pastor a pass because religion allows it. Religion says, um, leave it to God. Let God be the judge. You know, and it's the same thing that is extended to the politicians. Leave them to God. At God's time, He's going to judge them. No, that's not how a nation is built. You know, people who commit crime, people who do one evil or the other, they have to pay the price. And that's why there has to be consequences. There has to be accountability. And that's how people, stop being a criminal. That's how people find a way to be good, because once you know that once you are caught, you are accountable. That's how a nation is built. And that's why we are saying that you have to build the next generation to be less religious, because religion allows these attitudes. These attitudes, it shapes your belief, into thinking that you only have to look out for yourself. It doesn't matter what happens to other people, right? So yeah, if you're looking for a reason why I make my videos about religion, this is the reason, because it will be on the record that someone like me is talking. Someone like me is trying to, liberate people from religious shackles, right? And that's why I'll continue to speak out. And if you think you agree with me that religion has actually shaped our belief to being a docile people, a docile nation that has hindered us from taking our country back, if you agree with me, send in your comments. The conversation will continue in the comments. And if you don't agree, you can do the same thing, and then I'll be able to learn from you as well. All right. I think this is all I have for today, and then I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.